welcome everybody. It's an exciting day to honor the Vanier family. Welcome the Vaniers for being here, and Jack and Donna specifically. It's great to get to honor them today. I'm Tracy Mann. I'm the 50th Lieutenant Governor of the state, and it's a really privilege for me for a few reasons. Number one, I'm from Salina. I live in Salina, which is where the Vaniers live. Jack and Donna live near Salina. Our kids, I have 4 kids, and we have taken some parenting classes at the Donna Vanier Children's Center. So it's kind of fun to get to be here. And I was telling my dad the other day what I was doing, and he reminded me that when he went to K-State, he actually worked at one of the Vanier ranches, building fence, I think, to keep them out of trouble. So, and of course, the Vaniers have meant a lot to K-State, which is a big reason that President Meyer and Coach Snyder are here today. So wonderful to get to be part of this and to get to honor Jack and Donna Vanier. I want to introduce our governor, Jeff Collier, who grew up in Hays, and he's going to have a few remarks as well. So, Governor Collier.
Great. Thanks, Tracy. And we want to thank the Vanier family for being here. We wish Jack and Donna could be here with us today. And we would like to thank all of you for coming. This is a very special day as we honor Jack and Donna as the Humanitarians of the Year. They have been community leaders and philanthropists for years. They first met in Salina in 1955, and they married there, and they began a tradition of community service that continues to this day. Jack was operating their ranching interests, and at the CK Ranch, there was a focus on helping young people and helping young people achieve their goals. And each summer, the CK Ranch hosted the Red Circle Sale, which was from the Gooch feed mills, from the bags, taking the red circles and letting kids bid then. Hundreds of young people got their start in production agriculture, buying animals at the Red Circle Sale. Jack and Donna's most well-known area of giving and community service has been assisting Kansas State University. I got purple on today for that. They have both served on a variety of committees to advance programs and facilities, including Donna's service. She was chair of the Beach Museum, the KSU Foundation Executive Committee, the Ahern Athletic Scholarship Board, and they were the creators of the Catbacker Auction. Jack has also served on the National Campaign Development Council for Bramlage Coliseum, and his most notable achievement was that he was on the committee that hired Hall of Fame coach Bill Snyder. Their philanthropy has touched everyone in the entire state, and they provided assistance to KU for numerous programs and degree fields. They have a 40-year history of giving to Kansas State University, and in 2014, they gave $60 million to Kansas State, the single largest gift in Kansas State history. They really do bleed purple, don't they? Beyond support to Kansas State, though, Jack and Donna have been active in a lot of other community boards and extends across the state. And they've supported youth in their communities in places like St. John's Military School, where they funded the Vanier Academic Center and Jack Vanier Hall. He also served his professional interests being on the American Hereford Association and the Kansas Livestock Association. Donna has served on the Rolling Hills Wildlife Museum and was a founding member of the Greater Salina Community Foundation. And she was also chairman of the board of St. John's Military School and the Salina Regional Healthcare Foundation. Donna also provided the lead gift for the Donna Vanier Children's Center that you know so well. The center houses child advocacy and parenting services, which provides programs to strengthen Kansas families. Salina Child Care Association also provides child care facilities at or near poverty level and infant and child development programs for kids with developmental delays or disabilities. I think this emphasis on helping Kansas youth is what is so special, and they've demonstrated this by a wide-ranging program of scholarships beyond Kansas State University. They provide 10 scholarships per year for the Hereford Youth Foundation and also scholarships through the Kansas 4-H Foundation for 4-H members who wish to embark on a path towards higher education but have had significant illnesses or disabilities. Jack and Donna provide the Vanier Family Scholarships to at-risk students enrolled at Kansas Wesleyan University in Salina as well. And they provide financial assistance to young men wishing to enroll at St. John's Military School. Jack and Donna Vanier are some of the very best of Kansas. and with their emphasis on youth development, have supported and improved our communities and made Kansas a much better place. They've been doing it for 60 years. It's in their DNA, and it's a leadership and a legacy that we truly wish to honor today. These two noble Kansans truly exemplify the sense of service that makes Kansas the true heart of America. And so I would now like to ask Dana Anderson to come up and provide a little more about the Veneers from a KU perspective.
The honor is certainly well deserved, having served on this governor's committee for a couple of years. It was interesting to note that when I suggested the Veneers as a possible nominee for the award, there were no nays or hesitation. The only thing was a couple of the K-State inclined people said, "Damn, why didn't I think of that?" But it's certainly well deserved, and my wife and I left here in '77 and went to California, and I received a call not too long afterwards from Donna saying, look, we're going to start a community foundation in Salina, and since you grew up there and went to high school there, why don't you help us? So that just shows you how she reached clear out to California to get me to be a founder of the Salina Community Foundation, which I'm happy to have done. So it's an accolade extremely well earned, and I could not think of anybody who deserves it more than the family. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dick Myers, president of Kansas State University, and privileged to be here. As the governor said, Jack and Donna Veneer are just logical recipients of this humanitarian award. They've done so much for the state and so much for Kansas State University. As the governor mentioned, that gift that they gave that was a transformational gift for our university, the $60 million. What a lot of people don't know is how that, where their passions were and where they wanted those resources to go, and it went across the whole campus. So there was some in athletics, of course, and you'll see the names there on some of the Veneer complex and so forth. So that's part of it, but it's only part of it, because they had a very broad vision of how they wanted to help young people get a good start on life. They have transformed over decades what Kansas State University is and has become. And what they've done in their endowments are going to have a huge impact on what Kansas State University is in the future. Perhaps one of the things that we aren't giving them credit for, but I'll give them credit for it because everybody knows it. But you know, Jack and Donna were committed to service to their state and to the universities in the state and to youth. But they instilled that same sense of service in Marty, Mary, and John, who continue university, and it's absolutely remarkable in my mind that the next generation is carrying on in a very thoughtful service to this state. I'm really sorry Jack and Donna can't be here. I knew about them long before I became the president of Kansas State University, and had a chance to be with them on many occasions. And I just wish them Godspeed. And I, again, wish they could be here, but we are so thankful. They've made all the difference at Kansas State University. I'm serious, all the difference. So thank you, and thanks to the Veneer family.
Well, let me first share my gratitude to everybody here who really paid tribute to an amazing family. You know, I've known Jack and Donna and the family for an awful long time, since I came to Kansas State University. And in fact, Jack and Donna were the first couple, I think, that I met when I was here. And I've heard Tom Hawk read off the criteria for this award, and it fits, you know, so closely to Jack and Donna. Genuine people, caring people, loving people, humble to the nth degree. You know, I remember, you know, so many of these things that we talk about. Jack would come in and say, do I need to get my name put on this? You know, I don't really want my name on these things, and yet they were certainly wanting to help others, and that was just, I think, Jack's major criteria. He wanted to help others. I remember when I first came to Kansas State University, they the athletic director and the president at that time started some construction projects in our football program. And one day I came to work, and all of a sudden the construction had stopped, and I called the athletic director, and he said, we've run out of money. And I said, okay, I'll write the check. Now, I didn't have it. I didn't have the money by any stretch of the imagination, but I said, I'll write the check. And the next day, the work started back up again. And I called and I said, thank you. Now, how do I go about taking care of this? And he said, don't you worry about it. Jack Vanier took care of it. Jack was just that kind of special people. You know, you talk about the $60 million that he and Donna and the family, you know, presented to the university. Jack came to see me before he did that, and he said, what should I do? Should I do this or not? And he said, they want to put my name, you know, out there. And he said, you know, I don't really want my name involved. Do you think I should do it? And I said, Jack, you know, you're looking at somebody that has no earthly idea what to do with $60 million, and I can't give you, I don't want that on my shoulders whatsoever. But to the children, amazing family. And as we all know, Jack and Donna, just as special people for not only the state of Kansas, but for our world. You know, if we lived in a world with Jack and Donna Vaniers, we wouldn't have near the trouble that we have right now by any stretch of the imagination. Very special people, and we thank you for honoring them.
Well, I'm Marty Vanier. I'm Jack and Donna's oldest child, and apparently, not only being the oldest, I've also gotten the short straw to represent the family. We are so sorry that our parents couldn't be there. Their health is such that they're just not able to travel. So my brother and sister and I wanted to be here. John and Mary and I, truly, deeply thank Dana Anderson, the Kansas Humanitarian Commission, for this wonderful recognition of our parents. They have, in fact, trained us to understand the value of service, and we are so pleased as a family to be able to continue to serve the state of Kansas. I'd also like to thank, of course, the governor, the lieutenant governor, for hosting us this morning, for all of our friends from the legislature for being here to say hello to us, and especially would like to thank President Meyer and our dear friend Coach Snyder for being here to help us with this celebration. It means so much to us as a family, and it will mean so much to our parents. So once again, thank you all very much for this wonderful tribute to our parents.
One of the nice things about having Marty go first is she takes care of most of the comments. So there's not much left to say. We do sincerely thank all of you for your part in this, particularly Dana, learning some things about moms and your relationship back in high school and college, and it's great to have you here, and so thankful for you for your part in nominating them for this wonderful award. You know, if Mom and Dad were here right now, they'd wonder what the fuss is all about, and I'm sure they will when we go back to Manhattan and tell them about this day, but it's truly been very special to us. You know, they both, for two people that neither one of them actually attained a college degree. Dad lacks 3 hours, I think, and Mom had to leave KU after 2 years because her family just didn't have the money to keep sending her. And so education and young people are so vitally important to them and always have been. And so, you know, they did it because they care and wanted to make a difference, and they thought it was fun. They loved meeting people. They loved, you know, meeting folks who are part of great projects around the state. And so, you know, we're just so thankful that they're our parents and that they instilled that same love for service and education and in all of us. So again, thank you all, and we'll be sure and take all of this, all these good wishes and plaques and everything else back to Manhattan and show them to our folks, and they will be very appreciative as well. Thank you.
You all understand why I'm last. I am also very sorry that our parents couldn't be here to accept this award. If my mother were here, she would give you a speech that would bring tears to your eyes. My father would come up, shrug his shoulders, and just say, "There's no luggage racks on a hearse." But very important to them, as Mary made reference to, you can't guarantee success, and they completely understand that. But they know that you can guarantee everyone an opportunity. And what they've done throughout their giving history was hopefully to provide opportunities to kids who may not have a chance to reach their potential. The scholarships are for kids that need it. They're need-based. That was very important to them. Again, opportunity is so important to them. They understand that education, and especially my father understands that education and economic development are one and the same. You can't have one without the other. And that's why education was so important to both of them. So thank you all very much. Dana, thank you so much for this, and the Humanitarian Board for honoring my parents like that. Thank you.
So next one, Representative Phillips, who will present the
Hello, my name is Tom Phillips. I'm the representative from Manhattan, Kansas, and I was thinking about what to say, and I had this vision of sitting in a car driving around campus saying to Jack and Donnie, what are you most proud of? I mean, you've accomplished so much in your lives. You've built or helped fund so much across the campus, and I can imagine what they're most proud of is their children. And it's already been said, but I'll reinforce it, that the three of you stand for what they have tried to represent through their lives, and that's a value system of giving back to the community and to the state. And I know that each of you are pursuing your own vision and accomplishing that. And I think, you know, when you drive around campus, you see these great buildings, the great Bill Snyder football stadium, and you can be visually impressed by what has been accomplished on campus. But it's really not the buildings that I think they would be most proud of. It's about what's going on inside each of those buildings. And obviously on Saturday, we're so excited when there's a victory at the football stadium. But really, I think it's the work of Coach Snyder and his team of instilling a value system in the players that really makes Jack and Donna probably the most proud. And the same's true with the buildings that they've helped build on campus. It's about the students, not about the building, and changing their lives and enabling these young people to reach their potential and their goals and aspirations about becoming successful, and then also developing a value system of giving back, because ultimately that's what it's about. So it's truly my honor to present to you all. This is a proclamation from the Kansas House of Representatives in honor of your parents and the award that they've received. So it's really on behalf of the entire Kansas House of Representatives.
We have our special award from the state of Kansas, and on behalf of all Kansans, we want to thank the whole family. It's not just Jack and Donna. They've made this all happen, but you're continuing a legacy, and we want to present you, with this. We want to just say thank you so much.
Well, everyone's invited to a reception back on the south wing of the Capitol. Legislators and others have been invited as well. They're in and out of votes, but thank you all for being here, and we'll go back to the other side for a reception.
Fantastic.